Alright friends, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, we now have a mic. So fancy. So what are we doing today? Today is Speed Paint Day. What's Speed Paint Day? Well, during Speed Paint Day, we'll show you how I made this piece in time-lapse and talk a little bit about materials, products, all that fun stuff being used, but mostly speed paint. So if you're ready, let's get started. So first I'm going to be using these HIMI gouache paints I got off of Amazon. I actually saw them on TikTok and they were super popular, and I surprised myself in buying them because, to be honest, I hate gouache painting. I will go into detail on that at a much later date, but I hate gouache painting, so I'm actually pleasantly surprised with how well this turned out in the end. So for every painting, I will always do a rough sketch first, just so I kind of know where I'm laying colors down and laying out my drawings. I pulled out my phone to make sure I could get references for the little espresso piece as well as the carton of creamer. So gouache painting is a little bit different if you've never done it before. It's kind of weird. It's not like acrylics where you mix it with water, and you can also mix it with other mediums to make it thicker, at least in my experience, or thinner. And it's not quite like watercolor where you add water really to dilute it. You almost add water to make it more of a pliable paste. Part of the reason why I have disliked gouache so much. In my experience, if you go too heavy-handed, it will crack on you, and from working in acrylics all the time, I have a tendency to be heavy-handed. I have a too much gene and will not stop sometimes. So for this part here, I actually thought it would be fun to base the different streams coming out of the containers on different color theories. So CMYK, so cyan, magenta, yellow, and then RGB, red, blue, yellow, primary colors. Luckily, this paint set actually has those. They're a little bit darker than what I would have liked in drying, but I still actually am pretty happy with the pigment payoff within these. So if you see down in the left-hand corner there's actually a sketch that I did early one morning of this design. Actually, all the designs before I even sketch them on canvas, I normally do some kind of little doodle to know what I will be painting on the entire piece, or get some kind of ideas of what I could be painting. Doodling is my best way to get to the final piece that I actually want. So now that I've got most of the base done on the face and everything, I went back in to do the little detail work. Most of the actual detail work, though, will be done at the end. So now that the piece is dry, I go back in and I use pens to do detailing. The first one is a Prismacolor brush pen. Works pretty nice. One of my favorite pens, probably. Also, I apologize for the random, like, hair head bobbing in the bottom of the screen. I'm still getting used to where the camera is. So last detail is I go in with these Pasa acrylic pens and kind of just add in some little white detailing for where I want it. I first tried to do the freckles with like a peach colored marker and it didn't work out, so I went back to my brush tip Prismacolor and just went over top of them after they had dried. So after adding the freckles, then this is the final piece. So thank you for joining me for this speed paint. If you liked it, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, click the notification bell, and also go check me out on other social media networks. Until next time, guys, stay creative.